right, so back at the gym, hitting my first pull workout of the week, and before spring break and then before I got sick and everything, I was hitting 4.5 plates for I think 5 reps. That was my absolute best. And yeah, it's been like almost 2 weeks, guys. I haven't even hit this, so I'm kind of being a little risky, a little ballsy trying this out, but I'm feeling really good today. And like I said, I had a lot of time to recover, guys. I was pretty sick and everything, and I kind of just took it real cool, just chilled out for a few days without working out or anything. Really let my body recover. I think it really did help, so let's do it.
I think I died last night in my sleep or whatever. Just tell my brother that I left the money in the top drawer of my dresser.
Not bad at all.
And I was lifted into heaven by the lights in the choir of emergency cars. I think I died last night in my sleep or whatever.
I'm actually really surprised, guys. Hitting some major PRs, even though, like I said, I was completely out of it for the past 2 weeks and everything. But, you know, training's going real good. And it's crazy. I hit 2 sets of 405 for 8. And before I was hitting like 6 or 7 with the rack pulls. That was my last set, and I'm like hitting more weight and everything. So, you know, sometimes you just gotta rest it out. It's like the best way to do it, you know? You want to take 2 steps forward. Sometimes you gotta take 1 step back.
I think I died last night in my sleep or whatever. Brother, then I left the money in the top drawer of my dresser. Save a little bit for my box. Man, it's been working hard. And I was lifted into heaven by the lights in the choir of emergency cars.
So I just got back from the gym, just hopped out of the shower, and surprisingly, that was an incredible workout, guys. Even though that was my first pull session in about 2 weeks, which is crazy to say. I hit PRs in literally almost every single movement, which is crazy. But I guess my body kind of needed that rest, just because if I like think about it right now, I really haven't taken more than a week's worth of rest off the gym in over a year or so. So I guess like my body treated it as a little bit of a deload and it kind of recovered from that. So hopefully like the workouts within the rest of the week are really good like that, and I don't like go down too much in strength, because I was really worried about that. But you know what, today was great. We're gonna keep seeing how the rest of the week goes when it comes to weight training, which I didn't show you my entire workout, by the way, but don't worry, I'll be showing you a bunch of my workouts throughout the entire week. But it's almost 5:30 p.m. About to go cook a post-workout meal. Pretty damn hungry right now. I'm actually gonna go ahead and cook at my girlfriend's house, so you'll see footage there, and I'll talk to you guys a little bit about my nutrition. I'm sure a lot of you are wondering what I'm gonna do, you know, in terms of my nutrition over the next few weeks, my bulking and my cutting, just because last time you guys saw me, I was doing an aggressive cut for spring break. Obviously I'm back, and I'll kind of explain that in the next clip when I'm eating. But yeah, anyways, gonna go ahead, head over to my girlfriend's. Oh, and check that out, guys. So I set this stuff up just to make editing videos and stuff a lot easier. So I had a monitor sitting in my closet, and then I had a keyboard and a mouse, and then a mouse pad just chilling in my closet. So I thought, you know what, why not just set it up? And honestly, it's crazy how much more productive you can be when you have your own little workspace. And then what I do is I literally just connect my Mac on this, and it just makes me, I don't know, it feels really good to have your own little place, and it does make editing videos a little quicker, and it just kind of like keeps me focused. So I don't know, I thought it'd be cool to show you all this. So I kind of got my own little workplace right now. But anyways, I'm gonna go ahead, go get some food. I'm done rambling. I'll see you guys in the next clip. So I got a post-workout meal right over here. Have around 10, maybe like 8 ounces of chicken breast, 2 cups of white rice, and that is the post-workout meal. And also talking about like my nutrition and stuff, just because I left off from when I was cutting and everything for spring break. So lately I've been eating probably around, or for the next few weeks at least, I'm gonna go ahead and be back on like a lean bulk. Probably be eating around like 3,200, 3,500 calories depending on my activity for the day. And I would say, honestly, I'm not really counting, guys, but high carb, low fat as usual, higher protein, probably around like 200 grams of protein, 180 to 200, around like 450 grams of carbs, maybe like 80, 90 grams of fat. But that's kind of my goal for now. I feel like just like bulking is really, I just really want to be satisfied with my strength in the gym and everything. So yeah, that's that. Gonna eat this and then maybe have omelets or something. Are we getting stuff for that? Are we though, actually?
Yes.
I'm curious. I don't want to eat all this food if we're not. Okay, that's gonna be tough. See you in the next clip. All right, so it's the next morning. Just woke up around 20 minutes ago and just got back to my house. We did end up going to my girlfriend's house last night, and we did end up making omelets, which were a bomb, by the way. And after that, we just watched a movie, and I didn't pull out the camera or anything just because I wanted to get my mind off work a little bit and relax and kind of just do our thing. But it is the next day, and I thought I'd pull out the camera and talk to you all about something that could help a lot of you guys out, and that's about the topic of nutrition. Just because I mentioned it in the last clip, and I mentioned what my goals were when it comes to nutrition. So the number one key thing that I can tell you guys when it comes to nutrition and how to tackle it spot on is to figure out your ultimate goal. And you have to make this goal very specific. Telling yourself you want to get jacked or you want to get big, you want to get shredded, whatever those terms may be, isn't a goal and it's not specific enough. So you have to have kind of a self-evaluation with yourself. You have to ask yourself, am I overweight? Do I need to lose weight? Do I need to drop body fat first and then kind of really focusing on building muscle? Or am I that skinny person who really needs to start gaining weight and really needs to put on some lean muscle mass? Or are you someone who's never touched a weight before in your life and never really focused on nutrition at all, where you really have that efficient ability to build muscle and drop body fat at the same time? You really need to get specific with your goals. And then once you target that, you have to go after it. And I actually made an Instagram post about this specific topic on my Instagram that really gives you an in-depth, like step-by-step thing about what you need to do once you figure out your goal. And by the way, if you're not following my Instagram, it's Diabetic_aesthetics. I'll go ahead and kind of like put it on the screen right over here. Be sure you're following me. I always put out posts like this that are very informative, free information that will really help you guys out. But here it is. It's just a picture of my food. And then I said, let's talk about nutrition. I get so many questions asking what I eat to build X amount of muscle or lose X amount of weight, and I can answer both with one simple answer. Track and understand your caloric intake. Want to lose weight? Figure out how many calories you need to maintain your body weight through trial and error, then be on a deficit of that number by about 300 to 500 daily. Want to gain weight? Add 200 to 300 calories on top of the number you need to maintain your weight, only 200 to 300 because you want to consistently be gaining weight slowly so it's not too much added fat gain and more lean muscle mass. Now, once you have that target number of calories to get to your personal goal of either weight loss or weight gain, dive a bit deeper and get a set number of macronutrients, that's carbs, fat, and protein, to track daily on an app like MyFitnessPal. 1 gram of protein equals 4 calories, 1 gram of carbs equals 4 calories, and 1 gram of fat equals 9 calories. I recommend 1 to 1.2 grams of protein per pound of body weight, 1 gram per pound if bulking, a bit higher if cutting, 0.3 to 0.5 grams of fat per pound of body weight, depending on how well you do with either a lower fat / higher carb diet or higher fat / lower carb diet. Understand your own body with this. And when it comes to carbs, whatever total caloric number is left, divide that by 4 after you figure out your protein and fat intake. Adjust as you plateau and you'll be golden. Hopefully this sheds some light on how to set a proper game plan to get to your fitness goals. And when it comes to nutrition, it's a lot easier than you think. Once you tackle this down, there's no such thing as guesswork, only results. And that's exactly how you do it, guys. And I really mean it when I say there's no such thing as guesswork after that. So many people think, hey, I kind of think I'm not losing weight. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I'm doing everything right. I'm eating clean. Well, it's not necessarily about eating clean and doing the right things. It's literally about getting that goal and having that game plan. Understand your caloric intake every single day. So if you're not losing weight fast enough, or you're not losing weight at all, you're kind of plateaued, you can simply adjust by changing those numbers a little bit, adding a little extra cardio. You have that game plan, so there's no way you can fail. So hopefully this kind of sheds some light about the topic of nutrition. I kind of just wanted to end this video off on something that can help a lot of you guys out. Anyways, I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please be sure to give it a like if you liked it. Don't forget to comment down below. Let me know what your goals are when it comes to nutrition. And of course, subscribe to my channel. You don't want to miss out on the content. Tons of epic stuff coming. Next week, I got an epic and unique collab going on that I'm sure you guys will be very excited about, and is very different than most people are going to think. So, I really hope you guys are going to enjoy that. So be sure to subscribe. Be sure you're staying tuned, and I'll see you guys in the next video.
You don't know